everybody, this is Ronnie.
Wait a minute.
What?
I thought this was my video.
Well, yeah, it is, but you know, I always do the intro.
But don't you think I should do the intro this time? Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Sense.
And Ronnie.
Today, we're talking about 10 fragrances that'll make him fantasize about you. Let's get started. First up,
Prada Paradox.
This one is actually one of my absolute favorites. It's kind of citrusy with a little bit of amber. I love wearing this on date night.
You know, I can completely agree. She's worn this on many of date nights. At first, I really wasn't a fan right out the bottle, but on her skin, it actually brought out some of the nuances. And since it's scent science, it wouldn't be a scent science video without breaking down some of the notes. According to Fragrantica, the top notes are pear, some tangerine, bergamot. The middle is going to be that orange blossom, a little bit of neroli, but it's not heavy on the neroli. Some jasmine right on the bottom of the mids, some bourbon vanilla, some white musk, that amber that you were speaking of, and some benzoin that really brings out the fragrance and round it out. I know with those notes, it can seem like they probably would clash, but they actually sound great together and smell great together too. It's definitely amazing. I can agree with that. Now, this fragrance right here would definitely keep the guys coming back. Well, you know, I married her, so I came back a few times, but it'll definitely get the guys going. What you think, baby?
Obviously.
She is right.
Next up,
Baccarat Rouge 540, the Excrete version.
this one right here.
Oh man.
This one reminds me of money.
Rich.
Yeah, it gives rich vibes, in my opinion.
Especially that price tag I paid for it. I know I talk about on other videos how you don't buy things retail. I couldn't find that at a discounter. So Neiman Marcus definitely got my money that day.
This one is just so different to me, and that's what gets me. This is the reason why I really love this one. It's like really heavy on the saffron. It's like nothing else I've ever smelled before.
It's definitely not. And the crazy thing about it is, if you watched our previous videos, I might actually tag it right here or right here, depending on where YouTube want to put it. It's such an amazing fragrance. It's absolutely beautiful with a heavy dose of saffron. I couldn't find it at discounters. Y'all know my motto, don't buy retail, but I had to get that one at retail. I just couldn't find it, and I couldn't justify $25 off when I can just get it brand new in the box right from the store. So with Baccarat Rouge, you have a top note, a bit of almond and saffron, a heavy dose on the saffron. The middle notes is gonna be that Egyptian jasmine and cedar. When it comes to the base notes, you have some woody notes and some musk. I know with those woody notes and cedar, a lot of people, first thing they'll be thinking is wood on a feminine fragrance. Well, the one thing about Baccarat 540, the one thing about MFK as a house is that it is heavy pH reliant. That cedar and those woody notes really come out on men. So that's why I say this fragrance is good for not only men, but women, but in between. This is an absolute banger. If you can afford it, get it. I would definitely try my best to find it at discounters. But as of right now, I just can't. It's just such a coveted fragrance, and I believe anybody who gets it would absolutely love it. It is a man killer, and trust me, he will fantasize about you.
Is that right? Next up,
Libre by YSL.
this one is a little bit heavy on the citrus, lavender. I usually wear this to like brunch, summertime. This one you only need about 1 to 2 sprays though, because it can be a little loud.
I can most definitely agree, especially with some of those more sophisticated guys. I'm gonna be a little loud if they try to be a little loud, if you get what I'm saying. This one definitely lingers, is going to have a lasting effect, and it'll definitely stick into the back of your mind of which woman was wearing this. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that.
Most definitely. With top notes of lavender, mandarin orange, some black currant, with middle notes of lavender. So trust me, it is lavender fragrance. Some orange blossom and jasmine. The base being some of that Madagascar vanilla with some musk and a little bit of cedar. Now, I know what I said when it comes to baccarat. When it comes to this fragrance right here, it leans completely feminine. I would not recommend any guy to wear this. It's loud, but you can kind of wear it all year round, except for that extreme cold, in my opinion. My wife wore it last winter. I couldn't smell it on her after about maybe 3 hours. And I think it's just that heat because of all the lavender, a little bit of that citrus, and that slight vanilla that makes it project a little bit more.
This one is definitely more mature.
I would say this one is for that Stella got a groove back.
That's it.
Stella got a groove back type fragrance. It's not white diamond. It's not white diamond. It's not Stella got a crutch. But it's Stella got a groove back type of fragrance.
A nice strong groove.
Strong groove. Boogie. Stella's boogieing with that one.
All right, hold on. Next up,
the Lena exclusive Parfums De Marly.
This one is my absolute favorite.
My absolute too.
This one is very, very unique.
It is.
I get compliments on this one everywhere I go. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where I go. I'm going to get a compliment on this one.
Men and women. I wish it was more women than men. But it's definitely a compliment getter. You'll definitely get attention from this fragrance. The rose on it is absolutely amazing, and the pear is nicely balanced. It's not heavy on the citrus. It's not too heavy wanting to wear in summer. It's that perfect blend of an all-around man killer type of fragrance.
I don't really smell too much citrus in this. I smell more of the Turkish rose in this than anything, but in a really good way. It's just different. This one is just amazing.
It is absolutely amazing. And about amazing, here are the notes. Top notes of Liche? Please let us know. We was over here trying to figure out exactly how to pronounce that word. I think it's Liche. Lucha Libre? Pear, some bergamot, that Turkish rose. It actually has a little bit of oud. That's fragrantica. Take it with a grain of salt. Some incense. Some vanilla, some amber, and some woody notes on the base. Now, Parfums De Marly, and I talk about them all the time. They are batch code reliant and pH reliant. Early batches smell different and last longer than newer batches. This right here is a slightly older batch because it has some age on it. So it actually smells a little bit stronger. Again, I'm going to make that video on batch codes. I just haven't gotten around to it. A lot's been going on, a lot of video requests. I'm just trying to get them all through the line. And speaking of that, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We are almost there. Just like that song, almost there.
Hey.
Almost there. That's all I'm gonna sing, please. No copyright strikes, Disney. Please, I'm trying to grow. On that road to 1,000 subscribers, right now we are a little bit over 950. I can't believe how fast the channel is growing. And once we hit that 1,000 subscriber, we're giving away a bottle of my favorite fragrance and her favorite fragrance, Nashane's Ani. So please, if you can, like, share, but most definitely subscribe to Scent Science.
And this one brings out your feminine side. Ladies, you know.
Parfums De Marly, the Lena exclusive.
1,000%.
1,000%.
I will forever keep this in my collection.
It's not going anywhere.
Number one.
Because it costs too much. It's not going anywhere. You had to get another sip, ain't you?
I'm an adult. Next up,
Kayali Invite Only Amber.
This is one of my husband's favorites. He absolutely loves it when I wear this.
Now, it's crazy. She is halfway fond of it. I smelled it in Sephora one day when I was looking for a different fragrance, and I was like, I gotta get that for my wife. So I picked it up. She liked it, but I love it.
It's heavy on the cinnamon. I definitely would wear this as a fall fragrance.
Yes, it's a definite fall fragrance. I know a lot of women want to wear certain fragrances all year round. Don't wear that in summer. Don't go to the beach with that in the summer. No brunches in the summer. Don't even go out with the girls in the summer. This right here is a choker if you wear it in the summer. When we get to the notes, you completely understand. Again, this is fragrantica. Take with a grain of salt. There's a little caveat that I'm going to explain after these notes. So you have a top note of tobacco leaf. some sour cherry, honey, chocolate, and hazelnut. In other words, sweetness. The middle notes are going to be cinnamon. You'll definitely get a heavy dose of that.
I feel like that should have been a top note.
I 100% agree.
Very heavy on the cinnamon.
Because it's kind of like a big red without the redness of the big red.
Cinnamon and tobacco, I can kind of feel that.
Correct, 100%. May rose, damask rose, and some citrus leaf. I don't get the rose at all.
No, I don't get
I
rose.
don't get the rose at all. With base notes of amber, some oud, vanilla, benzoin, sandalwood, some patchouli, and some musk. Now, what I say about that caveat is a lot of masculine dominant fragrances have that tobacco leaf, cinnamon, and sandalwood combination. Now, Fragrantica says this can be unisex. I never sprayed this on my skin, so I cannot judge it on it. I definitely will spray this on my skin. Give me a little spray. Ooh.
Let me see. It smells completely different.
It smells completely different.
That's wild.
See? And that's why I say always spray on skin, because out of the bottle and on a test strip, it does not smell like that.
I would have never thought to put this on you.
I'm picking up a bottle of this for myself. Like, don't that smell good?
That smells really good.
That smells really good on me.
Wow.
Well, you know.
No. It's all mine.
Well, look like I'm going to Sephora tomorrow. But yes, this is absolutely a great fragrance for women, and I guess for men now.
I guess. Next up,
Kayali Pistachio.
This fragrance right here, the first time I smelled this, I was absolutely mind blown. So sweet. It is so soft. It smells so good.
She begged me to buy it. That's how it was.
I literally did. I literally begged him to buy this. So this one actually has some notes on the back of it. And it says pistachio gelato. The notes are hazelnut, sweet rum. I can kind of smell that. Whipped cream. I can definitely smell that. Marshmallow. I feel like that should be like a top note.
I agree.
And cotton candy. Y'all, it is so good.
It's a really great fragrance. Just from the sound of those notes, you would think that it would be a little immature. It'd be a little bit on the youthful side.
Yeah.
But it's actually not once it hits skin.
Not at all.
It starts to mature a little bit up. And the weird thing about it is, and I always say this about Fragranticas with a grain of salt, usually Fragrantica and 2 other sites, I go after all of my notes, and most of the times they match up. But with this one, it was completely different. At least after those collection of notes that are on the bottle. Now, these are Fragrantica's notes. Pistachio, ice cream, bergamot, hazelnut, rum, and cardamom. That's only the top notes. The middle is lily in the valley, pear, geranium, jasmine, peony, raspberry, and white peach on the middle. And then the base notes, whipped cream, marshmallow, cotton candy, lacum, tonka bean, sandalwood, cedar, and cacao. This just looks like about 20 notes. Versus how many notes on the back of the bottle?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes.
It's only 5 notes versus almost 20. So, like I say, Fragrantica, take with a grain of salt. Only thing out of here that you can smell is exactly what is on that bottle. It smells absolutely amazing. It's something that will linger. It's something that will stick. Y'all know what I call a good sheet sticker. This is a good sheet sticker. It's an amazing fragrance. People will remember you. He will remember you, and he will fantasize about you. That's right.
Can I go pee real quick?
Do you think?
Okay, can I go pee? Be right back. Ooh, it's the liquor. Next up,
Burberry Her Elixir de Parfum.
this one is another one of my favorites. I love it. Very sweet, very feminine. Another one of my date night fragrances.
She definitely has worn this on many of her date night occasions. When it was just going to the movies, us just enjoying some time, a good picnic, this was definitely the fragrance that she usually goes to. Now the notes here from Fragrantica suggest that this fragrance is well blended, but also very simple. with top notes of strawberry and blackberry, the middle notes being jasmine and the base being vanilla, amber, and some sandalwood. With this fragrance, even though it says Elixir de Parfum, you may want to spray a little bit extra on it. It can be light. It does not last as long as the name would suggest. Coming from a house like Burberry, I usually expect that. But it is also an amazing fragrance. This fragrance will be a little bit more of an intimate because it does not scream. It doesn't project. Some people may want to fight us in the comments about that. But just from our testing, it has not performed as well. This one is one of her favorites, but she also has others that she believes does a lot more for the occasion. They will remember you for this, but if you want them to remember you forever, you may have to lay this on a little thick.
Yeah.
I think mainly because it's just her skin. Like I said, everybody's pH is different. There are some that this fragrance may last. For her, it just didn't last that long.
All right, next up, we have
Giorgio Armani's Sai Passion.
This one to me is a little bit more mature. In my opinion, you can wear this one in pretty much any occasion. It won't be offensive. You can wear it in the office. You can wear it pretty much anywhere.
I 100% agree. What makes this fragrance very appealing is that you can wear this, just like she said, during the office, during those meetings. Those guys in position of power would definitely remember you. All because this right here not only screams confidence, but it screams elegance. That's why I say it's a little bit more for the mature crowd. And when we say mature, we do not mean old. We're talking about those girls who have taken life by the horns and decided to go their own way and be their own girl boss. This is one of those fragrances where it will outlast whatever he's got going on and whatever he's thinking. So he will not only be able to focus on you, but appreciate you. This right here is one of her favorite fragrances, especially when she's going to work. My wife works in a very demanding job. So she likes to not only be on her toes, but smell like she knows what she's doing.
I completely agree with that.
With top notes of pear, black currant, pink pepper, and grapefruit. The middle being that pineapple, rose, jasmine, and the base being vanilla, cedar, amberwood, and a little bit of patchouli. So this fragrance right here would definitely be inoffensive. This is a really great fragrance, especially going any time of the year. I wouldn't wear this for date night, because date night is a little bit flirty. This one right here is more of that respectable fragrance. Giorgio Armani really know what they were doing with this fragrance, and I really do appreciate having something in this lineup that she loves that is not as flirty, but definitely demanding. This right here is the business skirt and lovely heels type of fragrance that every man in the office will remember you for.
All right, next up we have
YSL's Black Opium.
This one is very sexy to me. I love, love, love to wear this on a night out. And I can think my husband feels the same way.
Bad dance moves, I know.
Very fast.
Two left feet.
Very, very bad. What do you think?
I do like this fragrance. It has that slight gourmandiness to it. It smells like it has a little bit of almond to it. Maybe a very, very faint coffee note.
A little bit, maybe.
I haven't even looked at the notes on this one, so I'm about to pull them up, but I think it got some almond and a little bit of a coffee note.
I can smell the coffee a little bit. It's very sweet though.
I can definitely smell the vanilla. I know some of y'all may be thinking why we have bottles and then we have some decants. We used to decant a lot of fragrances. Only time we really decant now is if we're really trying to test out a fragrance and I just didn't feel like paying retail and I couldn't find anything from discounters. So a lot of bottles that my wife have, I actually bought retail. Mistake, right? But not anymore.
You live and you learn, right?
Live and you learn. You are 100% right about that. Now, Black Opium have top notes of pear, pink pepper, and orange blossom with a middle note. Oh, it did have a coffee in the middle note. Some jasmine, bitter almond, and licorice. I can definitely smell the almond. That base note of vanilla, patchouli, cashmere wood, and some cedar. I think they didn't want to overly sweeten up this fragrance with that bitter almond and vanilla combination. It really can lead fragrances to be kind of sticky, kind of jammy. Just like Parfums De Marly Pegasus. Not one of my favorite Parfums De Marly because it can be a little jammy. But that fragrance definitely is great on a night out. I love smelling this after we've been dancing and having a little bit more than what's left in these cups.
Glasses. Cups.
Hey, one too many sometimes, one too many. This fragrance would definitely stand out because not many people nowadays wear black opium. It used to be a very, very popular fragrance a few years ago. And sometimes it's good to revisit those old classics and bring them anew. Just like with fashion, everything just come back around. So this is one of these fragrances that I say definitely pick up on discounters. Just like in all of my videos, the links will be in the description for all of these that I can find discounted. For the baccarat, y'all know it's kind of hard for MFK fragrances, so you may find it retail, but I would definitely look for you, and if I can find it, the link will be in the description.
Next up, we have
Juliette Has a Gun, or like I always mess it up, Juliette got a gun, shot a gun, bought a gun, but Juliette Has a Gun.
Juliette Has a Gun. This is one of those fragrances you can wear anywhere, anytime. It doesn't matter. Whatever time of the year you want to wear it, you wear it.
All year sexy.
Yeah, definitely all year sexy. This one smells really good to me. One of my favorites, for sure.
It's one of my favorites as well. This fragrance didn't even have to grow on me. We got this out of a sample pack when Sephora had their discounts and sales going on. A lot of these fragrances we smelled in Sephora. Only one I think out of Sephora that we smelled was just the two niches, the Delina and the Baccarat Rouge 540 Straight Parfum. These were the only ones that we did not smell at Sephora. This is not sponsored by Sephora, but Sephora. If you see this video, you know, you can always just shoot me an email. But this is not sponsored by Sephora, but we definitely was able to smell most of these fragrances at Sephora. I love the fact that you can wear this any time of year, all year round. This and the Delina and this Kayali right here was my 3 favorite love at first sniff. My wife was sprayed upstairs. Somehow it'll magically linger downstairs.
But you love it though.
And I love it though. With top notes of pear, the middle being that in Broxton, and base being amber light and musk.
You should buy me a full bottle of this. Just hint, hint.
Christmas around the corner, you got a few more months.
Christmas?
We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We are almost there. And once we get there, we're giving away a full bottle of Nishane's Ani. We thank you so much for joining us here on the journey. We thank you for watching this video. Wife took over the channel for a video. And we love the fact that you are here with us on this journey. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.
This is Mrs. Sense.
And Ronnie from Sense Science.